Ciao da Massimo e benvenuto a questo nuovo appuntamento di I Love Italo Disco, una puntata molto particolare. Ti consiglio di attivare subito i sottotitoli automatici di YouTube. Non sono perfetti, ma è una soluzione molto veloce per questo video. Scegli la tua lingua e sei a posto. Perché? Perché vedremo insieme un video che mi ha mandato lui, dove risponde ad alcune domande che gli ho fatto prima. Abbiamo un grande protagonista della dance anni 80 e sono orgoglioso che lui mi ha dedicato questo tempo. Con noi, signore e signori, Eddy Huntington. Ciao Eddy, a te la parola.
Hi, everybody from Italo Disco. I love Italo Disco. Music, dance, 80s. I love it all. Nice to meet you. I'm Eddie Huntington. You may remember me from the 80s singing USSR or Mayday or Meet My Friend. Anyway, how did I get into this music world? It was kind of strange. I was working in London in Pineapple Dance Studios, and I got in touch with these people who do videos. They were doing videos at that time for Den Harrow and people, and they said to me, "Do you know what? We know somebody's going to really love you." And they put me in touch with Baby Records in Italy, in Milano, and they called me, and I spoke to Freddie Najjar on the phone, who was the boss of Baby Records, and he said, "Okay, Eddie, can you sing?" And I said, "Yeah." So he made me sing on the telephone. So I sang a couple of songs on the phone for him. Then he played me USSR, the demo version of this, and said, "Do you like it?" I said, "I love it." Next thing, he flew me out to Italy, and that's where it all began. I recorded USSR in Milan and never looked back. So how did I meet Turati Kirigato? That's exactly where I met them. So I flew out to Milan and I went to the baby studios in Milan, and there was Turati and Kirigato, and Tom Hooker as well. And they were all there to kind of encourage me, and they said, "Okay, listen to the song," and then they took me in the studio and I recorded USSR as it is now. So yeah, I met them then, and then I went on to work with them for the next song, Up and Down, and then I continued to work with them throughout that, but particularly with Roberto in his studio in Vimodrone in Milan as well. I worked with Roberto, and that's when I became much more involved in the music too. So USSR, how did it come to life? Well, do you know what? It kind of was a bit surreal because I recorded this song in Italy, and I went back to my job in London, and I was working in Pineapple Dance Studios, and then I had a call from Freddie Najjar, said he'd like to meet me. So he came to London to meet me, and we met at, I think it was a hotel, the Grosvenor Hotel maybe, and he had a carrier bag. And from this carrier bag, he pulled out the 12-inch single of USSR. I thought, wow. And he said, it's doing well. It's already a hit. We need to sign a contract. So I didn't even have a contract at that point, and it was after USSR became a hit that I signed a contract with Baby Records. So that's how it came to life. And of course, USSR did the rounds for 86 for all of that year, and I spent a lot of time in Italy doing the various tours. And we did Festival Bar. I did a lot of television shows. And I also went into Germany a lot at that time, and I was on Formula 1, and we did some TV shows there. And of course, they made Italo Bootmix with USSR on as well, so it extended the life even more. I think at one point in the German charts, they had USSR and Italo Bootmix, which featured USSR. So really, really successful song. So that's the USSR is still my signature tune, and when I go anywhere, that's the one people want to hear, USSR. First time using a microphone. Yeah, I mean, I had used microphones. I had sung before, but never in a studio. So this was my first time on a studio mic, and I was impressed at how crisp it made the sound. And I loved the whole standing in another room with a glass panel and having this microphone hanging down in front of me, and then pressing a button at the other end and speaking to me, and then taking the button off and I couldn't hear a word they were saying. But that was exciting, just the first time to do that. And then, of course, the more you do it, the more you become a bit blasé about it, don't you? You kind of think, oh, this is just how it is. But the first time, yeah, you can't take that away. It's magical. Um, so the studios itself, that first studio, baby studio, was impressive. You know, there's no getting away from it. I think even in that day, it had a name as being one of the most impressive studios around. It was great. And then when I went after USSR and Up and Down, the rest of the songs were recorded on that album in Vimedrone, and that studio was great. But I grew to love that one even more because I spent time there, and this is where I became involved much more in the music production and had my say. And I remember staying all night. Well, it seemed like all night with Turati and Mario Natale, I think, was there as well, and we were. He was saying, "So what do you want?" I said, "Do you know, I want something like." And I think I said, "Look, listen to Pet Shop Boys, It's a Sin, or something like that." I said, "Something like that." And so he said, "Okay." So we did. Say, oh, he's so talented. He went da 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 da, and then the nuggets of Mayday came to life. And you know what? I think because I was invested in that, it still to this day remains my favorite song. And I spent a lot of time in the studio, and we recorded lots of songs at that point. And some of the songs, you know, I got involved in the lyric writing, and you know, it was fantastic, and that experience I will never forget. And there was different people bobbing in and out, like Mario Natale. You know, you'll see him mentioned on some of the tracks. The first time I met him was in that studio. He was in and really helpful at that time as well. And I met lots of the baby backing vocalists and people who were around and recording some of their own material, and they were there to kind of put some backing vocals on for me. It was a real treat. So I love being in the studio, and I still love being in the studio, whether that's in Amsterdam, in London, in Warsaw, in Helsinki. I've enjoyed being in a studio. You know, it's one of the most exciting things you can do apart from performing. Um, what did I feel during live performances? Do you know what? I've always felt the same, and the bigger the audience, the better. You feed off it, you know. And when you're out there singing on a stage, there's nothing like it. And I remember with some of those festivals back in the early days, and there were big artists there, and there was Sandy Martin, there was Sabrina Salerno, and there was people who were really well known, and at that time they were new to me. And then there were international artists coming from the UK and America, and artists from Germany like Bruce and Bongo singing Guile. And I got to know these people, and they became great friends. So, you know, when you were traveling around, that was a real nice time. And with Baby Records, we traveled a lot with Den Harrow and Tom Hooker. And Tom Hooker at the time was singing Looking for Love. And I love that song. Great song. And we used to travel around together. We had the same drivers, and we used to, so we became great friends during that time. And I remember walking around in the dead of night in these, when everybody had gone back to their hotels and gone back to bed, we would come out and we would have had something to eat, and we'd be wandering around these lovely Italian cities, and I'll never forget it. It was magical memories. I also remember one live show. I was going to Poland, to Gdansk, and there was a problem with the flight, and the flight eventually they could fly me to Warsaw. So I flew to Warsaw, and then I had to get a bus from Warsaw up to Gdansk, and it was an amazing experience. But of course, I missed the show. I missed the concert. But I got there, and the people were still nice, and they took me to a disco, and I sang at the disco, and we had a great time, and we wandered around the streets of Gdansk. So some live performances you even miss, but you still have a great time. I remember when it was the birthday of Bernhard Mikulski from Zix Music. I was asked to sing there, and the flight again was delayed from London. But I got there late, and I still managed to sing. I missed the beginning of his birthday party, but I was there to see him presented with this lovely Wurlitzer jukebox, and I sang USSR, of course, for Mikulski at that time. So the great memories of singing, both in big places and in small, intimate surroundings too. Um, so after USSR, it seemed like the longest year ever, and because it was so successful, I was on the road and singing and singing and singing, and on TV and doing lots of things. And eventually I said, look, we need to do something else. We need to follow up. So they said, okay, Up and Down. And they played me a demo of this, and I went in the studio, recorded it. And when I recorded it, I sang it in a lower key. And I remember Freddie saying, no, this is not Eddy Huntington. Well, it is. He said, no, we need to sing it higher because this is what we want. So this song has always been really high, and I find it really difficult to sing live now. So I have to sing it toned down because incredibly high range, even for me then, but impossible now. So that was the follow up to USSR, and it did reasonably well. But then we did Meet My Friend, and Meet My Friend was massive in Japan and in America and in the parts that I hadn't been to before. So that opened up a whole new territory for me. And after Meet My Friend, we said, okay, that's very high energy, which is great for those markets. But actually in Europe, we needed something more poppy. So we recorded Mayday, which was like a compromise between the two, something in between. That did have success still in Japan and those territories. Meet My Friend, by the way, was the song that was released in the UK on Passion Records, but it was banned, of course, after it was played once on the big radio station out here, and then it was banned. But not in America. In America, they found it funny, and I was out there promoting it and doing lots of radio jingles in America. They had a sense of humor, and they enjoyed it. But anyway, that was the follow-ups to USSR, and of course, since then, I did record an album in London. They asked me to record some of my favourite songs, and I recorded my own versions of Born to Be Alive, DISCO, Yes Sir I Can Boogie, and lots of my favourite disco classics, probably from the 70s, I guess. And I recorded those, but the album was never released. But I still performed some of those tracks when I'm out and about and I'm touring. And also I went to Eventi in Amsterdam to record Love for Russia. And then I recorded some other songs in Helsinki and in Warsaw in the night. And yeah, and I'm looking now to record some new music. I've reached the stage where people are saying, come on, let's do something new. So I'm looking at that. There's a whole range of new Italo artists out there, and they're recording new music, and they're great. And I just want a little piece as well. I want to still do some of that. So I will go back into the studio at some point and record some new music too. So when I do get that new music out, remember, Italo is still happening, and I want you all to listen as well. And listen out for some of the new Italo music tracks. They're great. But anyway, for now, thank you to everybody who listens to Italo music, and thank you for making me have such huge success with USSR and Meet My Friend and other songs. I'm eternally grateful. It has made a part of my life that I'll never forget, and my children love it, I love it, and I look forward every time to coming out on stage and meeting new fans. So hopefully one day I'll meet you somewhere in Europe or in Latin America or somewhere else. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. This is Eddy Huntington saying ciao ciao.
Grande Eddy, ti ringrazio veramente della tua disponibilità. Mi auguro, insomma, che i sottotitoli automatici ci possano aver aiutato in tutto questo. Grazie ancora di cuore. Mi raccomando, se non lo hai fatto, iscriviti al canale. È un'operazione semplice che non costa niente, però è importante per la sopravvivenza di questa idea, per avere altre decine e decine di nuove chiacchierate e nuove chicche. Io vi aspetto tutti alla prossima puntata di I Love Italo Disco. Ciao!
Okay, Eddie, sorry, we're going to do it one more time.
Okay.
Thanks, Heather. Okay. And mark it. Playback.
883, take the big camera.
And action.
Landscape in white, sun is shining through the icicles. I'm dancing in the snow to balalaika. Time can go by, but the rush
big smile.
never seems to leave my mind. I don't see why I should even try to leave my heart behind. I'm back into the USSR. I'm back into the USSR.
Take one. 3 o'clock, we've got the photo session for the record cover. Very important photo session. 3 o'clock, right? There are any. What do you think? Right, here we are. Denim. You on your own.
Jumping is right. Now this time I'm on vacation and I'm gonna have some fun rocking in Gorky Park. Time can go by, but the Russian girls never seem to leave my mind. I don't see why I should even try to leave my heart behind. USSR. I'm back into the USSR. USSR. I'm back into the USSR.
7 o'clock, we're appearing on stage at the Hippodrome.
USSR. I'm back into the USSR. USSR. I'm back into the USSR.
We've got an interview, studio tour, interview with Matty. Stand by studio.
Hello. You come to tell us about your new single.
That's right, USSR and all the Russian girls.
And now we're going to have a look at Eddie's new video.
USSR. I'm back into the USSR. USSR. I'm back into the USSR.
Right now, Eddie, tomorrow morning I'm going to pick you up at 8 o'clock. We're going to go back to the studio. I want you out the bath at 8 o'clock and on the doorstep, all right? We're going to cover that with some video.
Alone at last. Oh no!
Wanna be with you in everything I do. I wanna see you every day and night. When I was so lonely, I felt this strong desire to love, but it went too quickly, 'cause now I'm burning hot. And now I'm burning hot. I wanna be with you in everything I do. I wanna see you every day and night. Can't get enough of you. You make the day go through, and everything right now just seems so right. When I was all so lonely, I felt this strong desire to run. Everything's gone too quickly, 'cause now I'm burning hot. Mayday, I'm falling in love again. Mayday, I'm falling in love. Mayday, I'm falling in love again. Once more, the dangerous game. Remember every time I feel I lose my mind. Without emotions, I might lose control. The passion is so strong, and something can go wrong. But risky business can well be my goal. I can be sad or happy, and that's the danger of your love. I can just hope I'm lucky, 'cause it's too late to stop. Mayday, I'm falling in love again. Mayday, I'm falling in love. Mayday, I'm falling in love again. Once more, the pleasure and pain. Mayday, I'm falling in love again. Mayday, I'm falling in love. Mayday, I'm falling in love again. Once more, the dangerous game. Life is a game, nothing's ever the same. No matter how much you can try, everything's fine when you have a good time. But minutes later you could cry. Up and down, I'm always feeling unstable. You seem to be changing my mood. Up and down, it's like I'm hung on a cable. 1 minute I'm flying, 1 minute I'm falling. Up and down I go, like an elevator down up to the top. Up and down I know, I'll be now and later, 'cause my love won't stop. has never been the same. Feeling drive. I'm like a candle, you are the flame. Up and down, I'm always feeling unstable. You seem to be changing my mood. Up and down, it's like I'm hung on a cable. 1 minute I'm flying, 1 minute I'm falling. Up and down I go, like an elevator, down up to the top. Up and down I know, I'll be now and later, 'cause my love won't stop. Up and down I'm always feeling unstable. You seem to be changing my mood. Up and down, it's like I'm hung on a cable. 1 minute I'm flying, 1 minute I'm falling. Up and down I go, like an elevator, down up to the top. Up and down I know, I'll be now and later, 'cause my love won't stop. Up and down I go, like an elevator, down up to the top. Up and down I know, I'll be now and later, 'cause my love won't stop. Up and down I go, like an elevator, down up to the top. First time I saw her, I couldn't believe my eyes. I still remember, she made me realize how it's nice to burn with desire. Now, can't get away from her. Physical attraction gets me into action. What can I say? Physical attraction gives me satisfaction. Can't get away. Sometimes it's magic, it can get hold of you. It can be tragic, there's nothing you can do. Though it's nice how she lights my fire. So strong when I look at her. Physical attraction gets me into action. What can I say? Physical attraction gives me satisfaction. Everybody's out and they're looking good, with fancy dresses like stars in Hollywood. Everyone's about and they wanna dance, feeling the rhythm and looking for romance. Step to the music and move to the beat. They can take you to Spain in no time. Feel it with passion and get in the heat. With your hands clapping you could feel fine. Now, hey senorita, come a little closer. Hey senorita, don't be afraid. Hey senorita, I think I'm moving over. Hey senorita, with me you got it made. Getting in the mood is what it's about. Living in the spirit and everybody shout. Getting to be friends all together now. Dance with each other, oh come on you know how. Step to the music and move to the beat. We can take you to Spain in no time. Now, hey senorita, come a little closer. Hey senorita, don't be afraid. Hey senorita, I think I'm moving over. Hey senorita, with me you got it made. Hey senorita, hey senorita, hey senorita. Step to the music and move to the beat. It can take you to Spain in no time. Feel it with passion and get in the heat. With your hands clapping you could feel fine. Now, hey senorita, come a little closer. Hey senorita, don't be afraid. Hey senorita, I think I'm moving over. Hey senorita, with me you